Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of Phishing Simulation. So in our previous session, we have seen how to set up a phishing page using a template. Now in this episode, we are going to make use of a site cloner. Uh, the feature that is the site cloner has been kept because the designer of that set toolkit cannot accommodate right each and every individual requirement in that application itself. So the feature to clone uh, that is the custom, right? And to create the custom phishing links has been incorporated with that toolkit. We will also have a look at that today. So once again, I'm bringing up my Kali and then sudo and then password and then set toolkit. Okay, set toolkit, the very same tool which we have used in our previous episode. One, website attack vector. Two, credential harvesting method. Three, and then the site cloner. Okay, so now we are going to make use of the site cloner to create a custom phishing link. The customs, that is the site cloner, sits at two. So let's select two, and then IP address of the postback that we are going to keep as it is. That is the IP address of the person uh, who is creating this phishing page, right? So if you observe over here, it wants us to enter the URL to clone. So let me quickly open my web browser, and then let's say VTE. So we do have one page over here, which is owned by us, and do we have here that is a page for me. So these custom pages templates won't be made available by default, but with the help of, like I said earlier, Cycloner, we shall be able to do so. So what you have to do is you go to the page where you want to harvest the credentials, and then in that login site, you just copy the URL, right? You just copy it. You just bring it down over here, and then paste it. Okay, so basically this program, that Excel toolkit, is going to clone this login page and create a fake account for us. So simply enter, and then it says the best way to use it is blah 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 over here. Credential harvesting is running on port number 80. Information will be displayed as to you as it arrives below. So I think if we open up our browser, right, and then if we type our own IP address, which is 10.0.2.15, we have a login page over here, right? Hosted locally in our own server. This is not our vte.nilitcybersec in anymore, right? It have cloned that site and make uh, the page for us. So if someone happens to enter the username and credentials here, that will be harvested back to this IP address and not vte.nilitcybersec.in. So let's have a look at this. Okay, let's say admin @gmail.com, and then password say abc @1234 is the password, let's say, right? So you have tried to trick an administrator of that web page. It was like hosted somewhere else, right? And then not the actual one, but incidentally, if the admin have entered the credentials in this login page, you know what happens next. So I'm going to create, or I'm going to click on here on the login. Okay. Uh, now, no login, no complaint, redirected to the actual vde.neelitcybersec.in. Now, if we come back to our terminal where we have set up, right, that phishing site, we have collected admin@gmail.com and then the password as over there. So, with this information, if it is the correct information, uh, an account that is an admin account will be compromised, right? So this is how a phishing page can look like, right? So you identify your target. I mean, like you identify your target, or those attackers identify the target, right? Say you are trying to target a home department, right? Government organization. Then you go there, you identify the target, you go over there, you create a fake login page of that organization, right? And then you target the employees of that organization, right? If they were not very this one sound or very well aware of how this phishing works, right? It may be cases where those things may be entered into this one. Okay, so you name it, right? You can create as you like of your choosing with this cycloner uh, feature of this one, sector kit. Okay. And then apart from this as well, there are so many tools like if you want to see tools like this are available. It's in GitHub, which means it is free, right? You can download, you can make use of it, and then create your own custom phishing framework, phishing page, of your areas, of your geographical areas of some particular organization, and then this is how phishings are being carried out and cared for by those people, right? But keep in mind, phishing is illegal if you have been hosting it in the public IP addresses and then the ISPs came to know, right, or become aware of it. Your IP is going to be banned. If it comes in the knowledge of law enforcement, you are going to be in a huge trouble. So be careful. Okay, these are only for educational purposes, just to let you understand that phishings are easily created. The site are easily cloned, and using an open source available tools which are freely on the internet, you can create any of the phishing page. Okay, let me also quickly show you this. I don't know exactly whether I have it or not. I'm going to stop that server, that is the same server. And if I go and list, do I have uh, okay, I also do have a tool called ZFisher over here, which is also a framework like GoFisher. uh, you can simply clone it and then you can run this ZFisher. Okay, and then in this, that is in a Z feature, you have a lot of this one, uh, up to 35 templates. All right. You have a LinkedIn template, you have an eBay, you have a Dropbox, you have GitHub, you have Discord, TikTok, whatnot, right? So let's say going for a TikTok version, just type 10, and then I want it to be hosted locally. So one, okay. If you wish to go to the internet, you can either configure Cloudflare or local expose to do the same. Okay, but for this sake of demonstration, let's keep it in a local host. That is uh, 10.2. I think it's 10.0.2.15, right? 127.0.0.1 port is going to be 8. Let me quickly check it once. It's not in port 80, it's 88. Okay, so see over here, right? Login to get 100 TikTok like for free, and then you happen to enter the username here, and then password is, let's say, anything. You click on login, you will be redirected, okay, uh, to this page. But if we come back to our terminal, we already have a username and then the password, right? Uh, it is hosted locally over here, okay, and I have clicked it myself. That is why the victim IP is just a local this one, or else it would have been something else. It would have been that is the person IP who have clicked or who have entered the credentials over there. So if you are doing so in a Z-Fisher, you are not only exposing your username and password, but you are also exposing your IP address, okay, to an attacker. So this IP address is served as this one, a kind of your address, right? That is your home address. Physically, a home address or a house number is your uh, way of getting into your house on the internet. This is your house number. Through this, they can enter into your computer system, right? They can scan your system. You can scan your IP, scan your system, and if there is any non-vulnerabilities, they can also exploit that and then compromise your uh, system. Okay, so that's all for today. We will see you once again there in another episode. Thank you.